Hey, I just wanted to take a minute to talk to you. I was just listening to NPR, and they had an interview with Robert Gordon, who's an American economist, and he wrote this book that I just finished, which I think is interesting in and of itself. And part of the premise of the book is the impact of technology on jobs and the economy and society. And Gordon talks about the third industrial revolution, which is what we're undergoing now. And key to this, of course, is things like the internet and iPhones and stuff like that. But he says, and I don't disagree with him, that each of these transformations causes enormous dislocation in the structure of society and the kind of jobs that people have. And of course, as the second industrial revolution wiped out a whole swath of jobs, and you can see that the internet comes along and wipes out another swath of jobs, and every time you go on Amazon.com and buy something on Amazon, you personally effectively fire like 5 people who are shopkeepers. You don't do it on purpose. This is just the nature of the technology. So if you know that this is going to happen and you can kind of see what's happening, the question is, how do you protect yourself against this, or how do you isolate yourself, or how do you find a career that actually has a future in an area in which artificial intelligence and the internet and instant online transactions are wiping out so many jobs. I mean, I think part of the reason we see the political situation in America, so many angry people, is because great swaths of the economy are beginning to be eliminated by technology, and more are certainly going to come. It's also part of this reason for a dislocation between the haves and the have-nots, those who are successful and those who are cut out of the future. It's one of the reasons that we launched the VJ.com. It's more than a training site. I mean, you can find lots of places on the internet that will teach you how to push the buttons and how to shoot video and stuff like that. But certainly one thing that I think is quite true is that in an era in which everyone has smartphones with them all the time, and everyone watches, the average American watches 8.5 hours of screen time every day, which is an almost incomprehensible number. But what this means is that the demand for video content, and we're not just talking about TV shows, we're talking about everything on the internet is ultimately going to have some video component to it. The demand for this kind of video has never been greater. And at the VJ.com, what we're trying to do is 2 things. One is certainly we're teaching you the skill set to make compelling video, which I think is important, but you can find that in other places. I think the other thing that we're doing that no one else does is we are explaining and creating and laying out a pathway whereby you can take the skill set that we're offering you and create a career from it, or a business, or your own company, or inject yourself into this third wave of technology, which is going to be very heavily tech and visual and video oriented. So it's a skill set that you have to have, and along with the skill set, we're also creating this pathway. So I hope you'll take a look at the VJ.com, and I hope you'll consider it. And if you have any questions, I hope that you'll get in touch with me directly, because I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. I've been doing this for 30 years, but now I feel that we are really at a moment when this transformation is occurring. And I feel we have a responsibility to help people, or at least show them a pathway into a productive and real future. So take a look and check it out, and let me know what you think.